Okay, PY become PP, PHY become PPH, SY become SS. Okay, another one. THY becomes CCH. All right. Only this so far. I will put only star, which I think needs some special effort, and also some star because there's a double things here. Then the rest is actually very easy to remember. And some of the we call interchange will be like this. HY becomes YH. This one also another interchange. Okay. So like this, you will notice that actually when you see the Y here, you will see there are few patterns. First pattern is just delete the Y, the B become double, right? Like CY, delete the Y becomes C become double. All these are easy to remember. Only these two are special set. There's an interchange here, interchange on the RY and interchange on the HY. Okay. I think the rest is quite easy. Okay. TY becomes CC. THY becomes CCH. All right. So only that. So if you can remember the pattern like this, so far I only see four kind of patterns here. So this is a normal pattern. This is a second pattern. Interchange is a three pattern. And there's a special pattern like this. Okay. There's a special pattern which I put a star. So if you can remember this, it's easy. Okay. Any question about this before I go back to assimilation? All right. Right. This one, all right. From here, you have to refer to the Pali Made Easy lesson 33 day. Okay. It will explain the why the changes here. Okay. This one is I due to I become Y. Later, we also refer to another one. Okay. Now you can see here, T and I become CC because T and for this one, the rule is T, I become, one of the rule is that I can change it to Y because of semi-vowel. So when T and Y, it become the CC. All right. So the one we see just now, this one, okay? T and Y become CC, this rule here. Okay, T and Y become CC. So if you understand the Y rules and regulation just now, so this one will be easy. Okay. DHI become JJH. Also same. DHI become GHY. So DHY become JJH like just now. DI and then I become Y. So become JJH. TY becomes CC. DY becomes JJ. DHY becomes JJH. So these rules on the page 15, not 74. For this one, you have to refer back to this one, right? This is, I think, more clear to understand. Okay. So once you'll be able to digest this one, so for the Duracell on this part, page 15 on this Y explanation will be easy to understand. I will not go through the example because there are too many. And I think most of them, you can just check the dictionary yourself. And then on the page 16, also same. The I become Y. Y is a semi-vowel for the I already mentioned a few times before. So TY becomes CC like just now we see already. TY becomes CC. So you got pati ayo with the word pachayo. TY become CC here. And then iti plus asa. TI become Y. So ichasa. Okay. Now, jati plus ando. Jati is brine. Jati is birth. Ando is brine. So, this is a TY becomes CC. Jaja ando is somebody who are born, from the moment they're born, they are brine. Okay, so that's a moment, sacha ando. There are some example here. I think you all can check the dictionary yourself. Not so difficult. This one also can. THY become CCH, like just now the Y here. And V and Y. V and Y become VV. VV change to BB. C and Y. V become Y, become VY become BB. Right. And also when it come to H, there will be some changes. When there's H, then the Y and H interchange. We call it the word metathesis. This is the how they call it the transposition of letter. We call it metathesis. GHY and YA. So H and Y become YH, right? I'll go quite fast because I think this book is not easy to read because I want to focus on another book. But I think if you are interested, you can just print out and read yourself. Okay. So R, normally you can see R. Now, why is it need to mention the Y just now? Because Y we can see the changes just now. Now, R is also another thing that we can see, but most of the time R is actually not important. Because if you think about it, R is actually kind of sound like R. It's actually the you crowd the tongue. So it's actually not so the letter is not strong at all. So normally when you meet another letter like T, it actually the R is assimilated. It means that it's become no more. R and T become TT. R and T become T. R and Y become Y. Dhamma. R and M become MM. So notice that the R is totally assimilated. In a way, it lost the R sound because it's not so important. Like even like now, Marta dead, the R is also dropped. Karta doing something, the R is also dropped. But sometimes when you drop the R, you need to make it the vowel in front become long. So ka tapa. Kar plus tum. Ka tum. Alright. So for those study infinity, you notice that this is a here. Now this is also another thing we always see, especially in a past participle or some other example. When followed by N, then you got R and N. By the N, you need to lingualize. Lingualize means that you put the dental N, change it to N dot. N dot, we call it lingualize. Lingualize N, all right? So, so R and N, so N become N dot, we call lingualize, lingual N, and then the R is assimilated to NN, right? Like, okay, now the R also disappear, become LL here. So for when we come to L, we just remember L is not so important consonant. It does not change things. You can take it in this way. It does not change in T or Y or M. Sometimes it's dropped. But what it can change it can lingualize it. What's the meaning of lingualize? Lingualize means that N is a dental, like karna. Na is a karna. Na means we put the sound at our nut, or call it, at the dental. But because of this R, the tongue is curled out, so it becomes karna. You curl out the tongue and pronounce the N dot. So after that, it becomes the N dot. So that's the only things that I can see. It actually make the sound become other letter, other consonant become lingualized. Right? And S, when you see S, there's always lots of changes. You can see even like this, J and S totally become KKH. So that means that when coming to S, it's always changed to Guttara. Like Guttara means ka nga, all right? Like cha is a palatal, right? J and S, it changed to another one, KKH. P and S change to CCH. right? So it's always changed to K or C, K and C. So it's something that you might need to remember. So when it comes to S, whatever thing it might be appear before it, J, P, T, or S, it can be either KKH or CC, or okay, and this example, CC or CCH here, KKH, CCH. That's on page 16. Right. And also when it comes to Y, become SS. Look at this example. Yes, S and Y sometimes become SS in the Pali Meiji lesson 33, 130. Okay, SY become SS here, right? SY become SS. But sometimes you can remember unchanged. S and Y, you just combine, it still remain SY. So this means laziness. Okay. So from this example, we notice that when S and come to T, S is actually is like, I will take it as something like the R sound. It is actually not as strong because when you say S, S is kind of like his sound, his sound. So it come to ta, ta actually stronger. So that's why the S must follow assimilated to the T. So become TTH. S and T become TTH. S and T become TTH. Yeah. All right. Now U here, would is a prefix. So the prefix, normally the D in the prefix is follow the later word here. I can see here another one, S and T become TTH. S and T become TTH. All right. So this means that we only notice that S like R is not, normally we don't remain at itself. Only special case like these two, SY become SS, SY become SY. Okay. Most of the time it does change when it come to other letter like TA, TA. Okay. So we don't need really purposely going to remember because there are too many things to remember, but at least we have some idea about how weak or how strong. Like R is very strong, R is very weak. S is somewhat quite weak also. Now, H, what is H? All right. So H is a consonant here. So D and H. All right. This normally when the prefix would and with the H, so it's become DDH. D and H become DDH. This is quite normal here. Only special case like this, like Ganhati, somebody takes something, H and N. So we interchange the place. We call it metathesis. So H and Y, H and V, like Jiwa, right? So ma, yam, may, han, uruya, uruya, jiwa, jiwa, all right? So HY or HV will change. Only sometimes also we has explanation. This I think not so important. Because there are a lot of changes here. This is more special here. Okay, H and T it become totally something different. Now this something here. So H actually is also, from what I see, actually not so strong, but it can be has some special change like here. H and T become change it to D, then after that change it to L. So it's the change is quite uh confused, right? So you would and da. Would is a climb out, okay, climb, like a develop like tree or something. So here's special change to L dot HA. So only this is special form that we need to remember. Okay. Now this stranding process, this is more important, I think, right? So A change it to R, E change it to E change it to E, all right. U change it to O, long U change it to O. Yeah. Let me turn on the fan. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. So simple vowel A, R, E, A. So this is called guna. Guna is strengthening, second more strong here. Change it to O. So A can change it to long A. Change it to a letter uh, we pronounce it E. So this one we pronounce it A. So A. O. Now also we need to know the semi-vowel. I can change it AY. The vowel, semi-vowel actually is Y. O. Semi-vowel is AV. Actually is a V here. Sometimes you see the changes here. I plus A, change it I. E and A, change it I. I. Alright. I think this one, I go quite fast here, okay? Because I will explain another book later, right? Metathesis is transportation. So this example is very clear. Pali Udahasi. So R and Y change it to Pai Rudahasi. Aria is normal one, so say Aria. Garia change to Gaira. So you notice that it's something to do with letter R here. So all the R is changed the place. Garia, Gaira. Now S also can change place here. Makasa, Masaka, Makasa. Now here also to do with S. Rasmi is a ray of sun like this. Lamsi. Okay. And then this is na abinya, so anabiya, right? Chili mika, chili lika, right? So from what we can see here, it actually come to R, there's always some, can possibly change the place here. Okay, and also come to these two are S, to do with the S, right? Now, another special term, emphasis is insertion of letter in between the word to avoid the hiatus of collocation or consonant or different organs. So it just to say in simple words is like Krisa is very difficult to pronounce. So remember Pali itself is we call it the dialect language. We try to simplify the sound. Instead of pronounce like Klisa is very difficult, so we pronounce it Kilisa. Just insert the I here. Acharya is difficult, so we put the I, Acharya. T angula, we put Tivangula, right? Hio, so put the I, Hio, right? Like this Hardaya, Harada, Harada, Arahati, Sri, Hiri, Pilawati. So just imagine that we put some, here is actually most of the time is some vowel to make the sound easier to pronounce. So that's the meaning of epentasis. Sometimes for selected or meter means in a poem or pronunciation, sometimes even the whole syllabus can be dropped. The abinyaya sachikatua, you just drop the YA. Okay. And then dasa sahasi. Dasa is 10. Sahasi should be 1,000. So dasa hasi. Sahasi. Yeah. Okay. And then the chalangula. Okay. So this means that if we come to here, this means that there will be something we can drop, something we can insert, right? Something we can strengthen the sound, the vowels, okay? And something that there will be changed because of all the S or R or Y. Okay. And there are some rules here. So by looking at this Duracell book, I think it's also not easy to see why we need to change something and what is the rule that we need to change, like P, tap, and tap. Why does we follow the T, not follow the P? Okay, there's some change here. So I find it actually quite confusing when I start to study this Duracell. So I read few times, but I thought it's not easy. So later I read another book, but recently I noticed that because some of the students they from my university, they asked me to share the document of this one. I actually study in the master level, but actually it's very interesting, and because it explains the changes, because remember Pali is something that to do with the Sanskrit. There seems to be coexist at the same time. Sometimes they say Sanskrit is older than Pali. Sometimes they say Pali is older than Sanskrit. But if we can compare them and we can see how the changes take place, all right. So I will spend some time this one because that just now the Duracell book I think is also not easy to understand why. So actually this book was typed by me is 2013. It's about now I edited last year. Okay, so thanks to the teachers at the Nordiana. So I think by this one is actually easy because if we start to understand the change from the letters and their position Tana and what is the possible changes, and we learn from the Sanskrit viewpoint, and we learn some of the possible rules and regulation, I think it will be more clear. And like Sanskrit, this is actually kind of like a vowel, R dot, how you can change and so on. Okay. So I will, for this book, I will go slow. So you all no worry. But just take it for extra knowledge because I think it's also not easy to remember all. Okay, now that's a reason mentioned here, all right? Now remember, that's the important part. Why changes? People ask, what did you think just fix like that? Why do we need to change in Pali here and there? Because remember, in the ancient time, the words are not written, okay, but learned by heart. And also at different place, there are different dialects. So thus the words are pronounced differently. So the language actually localized according to the place and so on. Okay. So by comparing the Pali and Sanskrit, because it's important when we need to compare, we need to compare with the language that occur at same time. Even like now, if you compare the Pali with our Malay words, you also notice there's a lot of similarity and also a lot of changes. So we can see the changes in pronunciation due to different dialect and region. So we call it phonology is due to the tongue of human beings, right? So lingual language, the THD and DH dot is concerned with Damila. Damilas now we call it Tamil people, right? So in Myanmar and in Indo-Aryan country, we don't have this T lingual consonants, right? So why do we need to study the changes and phonology? The answer is to have more appreciation and comprehension and also to understand on the original teaching of Buddha called Tipitaka and the commentary. So normally, actually, we have to study Pali, Sanskrit, and Prakrit. Prakrit, if you remember, Asoka Pila is actually written in Prakrit language. So in my master, I think first year, so I need to study Prakrit. I also need to study Sanskrit. So at that time also I need to study Pali. So actually it was very tough in the master because of what? I had to study three languages. They are very similar in the words. Like Nirvana is written in Nibba and a Nirvana is in Sanskrit. Because they are too similar, so actually it's not easy to study. So at that time, I really had it. When I studied the Prakrit, I also confused with the Pali words. And when I studied Pali, I also confused with Sanskrit. But actually, it's good if we can study together. Actually, the Asoka pillar written in the Prakrit language is actually quite interesting, yeah, to see how the King Asoka was doing some religious activities, doing donation, and so on. Okay, now, okay, this is the background story. I typed this when the Sayadaw Nodiyana was explained in the class, right? Now, first thing we need to know is very important, the position, Thana, the letter, Akara, and position Thana, and Vaga. Okay, Vaga means group. So how many group? 25. So 5 times 5. So we have 25. And non-group. Okay. Now, in Pali is supposed to be how many letters we have. Okay. Pali and Sanskrit is different. No? Now, this is I show is kind of like half Pali, half Sanskrit. Okay. So let me go for the page. Cannot page up, page down. Okay. So the Pali is actually much more simple. Okay. You have vowel, you have 33 consonant. So 25 are considered as Vaga group in a group. Okay, 5 group. And 8 of them, okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 of them is outside the group. So this is according to Pali. Let me show them again. Okay. So this is actually quite same. Okay. All right. So actually quite same. So you have this table here has some extra Sanskrit with the S on the top as 3 kind of S, right? So here actually when I study this, I think it's better because we can see the different position with the Pali and Sanskrit and with the terms, specifically some Pali terms on the Gutara, Palatal, and so on. Okay. Yes, the first grade kaka 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 gaga nga kaka nga then cha 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 nya tata tata da tata tata na pa 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 ba. Alright, so that's all. But in Pali Meiji, it just show like this. But at least we get to know also some of the terms like semi vowel. Ya, wa. Y, remember, is to do with the I. V is to do with the U. R here is R, L, and L. And S is sibilant, all right? H is aspirate. Aspirate means we call it like a puff of wind, like ha. So that's mean aspirate. Lingual with the L dot. Nasal means here we call it nasal consonant. Because we say it's actually the sound is to do with nasal. Okay. So that's the in Pali. Let's see here. All right. So we have the Kuttara Kanda Ja. Ja is a born or arise. Okay. Kanda Ja. Kanda should be to do with throat. Kanda. Okay. So neck, throat. So it means Ja is like Jayati. Born from the throat. Okay. From the Kuttara. So this is the Pali. So kaka gaga nga so pronounce ng. So cha cha ja ja nya ny. So pronounce ny. So this is called taluja. Then the lingual or cerebral called mudaja. Okay, muda. Oh, what's the meaning muda? Not this one. And the another one. Confused. Stop. Okay. So muda is another word for top. Because when you curl out your tongue, so your tongue is actually reach the top of the roof of your mouth. So tongue or summit. So there's the word muda. Head also, the meaning of head. So this one. Danta is the teeth. Ja, bone of ja is bone of the teeth. So we call dental. Otta means lips. Okay. So when it's bone from the lips, we call it labia. Okay, from the lips. So this is the Vaga group, right? So then you have the other thing. So ka ka ga nga ngang. So kutara. So the H had to do with this group also. Because when you say ha, actually the sound coming from the throat also, right? And then the sala is vowel. So also from the gutara. Cha, and this one is S with the kind of like a small, a little bit dot on the top, a little bit arrow. So sa and Y also belong to this group. All right. The vowel also belong to this palatal group, right? And this is a S with the dot down there, and then the R and L with the dot. The vowel, this is Sanskrit vowel, R dot with a re, right? R with the dot. This is the long R dot. So ta na sa. Okay, because when we say the letter sa, we need to use use the tongue touch the dental. La. Okay. And then the LR or LR with the dot, and this is a long one, all right? So ma, V, okay? V is actually belong to, because when you say V, you must use your labia, your mouth. So the V group. So sala vowel, okay? When you say you also must use your labia. So it's good to study this vaga, avaga, and then the sara also. And then M, this is called nikahita. We call it the nasal consonant or nasika. So that's another, right? So also another combine I, kandaja, taluja. Au, kando, kanda, otaja. So combine kanda and otaja. So danta, otaja. So V, right? So there are a few here. There's a special terms for this one. Okay. Okay. So uh what is Sanskrit? So from the Sanskrit from the word Sankrita. Sankrita. Okay. Now change to Sankata. Kata is actually sometimes another meaning of kata is done or made. Basa is a language. So language that is made or done. Sometimes we call it Sankata, or another meaning is modified or modified language, right? Because they say Sanskrit is artificial language, because nobody really pronounce the Sanskrit. It's much more we call it like those speaking by the Brahmin and so on. It's not so natural, right? So another one is Pakati. Right? Pakati Basa is we call it natural language like the Pali. Pakrit. And Pakrit is also another language. Just now I said beside Pali, we also got Pakrit. Okay. Yeah, let's go for this is half Pali and half Sanskrit, so it's good to learn two together. So Sanskrit you got I, O. It's same with the Pali. Ri. I also know how to pronounce ri, A and AI and AU, right? And Waga here, and then this one, Ya wa la wa. This is this one we call it Gasha. S with the dot we call it Pasha, right? So you have some 47. So Sanskrit is more difficult. And with this one, M with the dot, H with the dot, 42, 49. Okay. Okay, this is not so important. Now let's look for something more useful when we see the changes. A, E. All right. So from letter I and long I, so we can change it to E. Sometimes we also can change it to AI. Right. So this is called Mula Sara, original vowel. So I can change it to Y. Y is because the semi-vowel. So Sanskrit, the re, we can change it to a Guna Sara, means increase, change it to AR, or change it to letter R. Re, really change it to AL or L, or U change it to V. V actually is a semi-vowel for U and AU. Okay. So you have such form here, all right? Guna Sara, Woody Sara. Okay, Y is linked with the E. R is linked with the Sanskrit, Ri and Ri. B change it to U. Ri is a Ri. So ya, wa, la, wa, we call it semi-vowel here. Okay. So far, this is just introduction. Now we come to the type of changes. I think if look at this document will be more clear to see that why possible changes here. Now, one thing we can see is sometimes it can change group. Okay. What is the group? Like K can change to G group. G change to K group. Remember we are saying what is same group, all right? Same group is the earlier one when we see this one. K can change it to G. KH can change it to GH. This one we call it same group. Like C can change it to J. CH can change JH, the same group. Or T can change it to D. TH can change it to DH, so the same group. P can change to B, so this is called same group here, okay? So this is one of the possible example that can happen, same group. All right, so K, G, G to K, J to C, T to D, D to T, the same group. P to V. T, this lingual T change to dental T. Now, besides change the same group, it also can change it to a nearby location, like Guttara change to Paletta, Denta change to Lingua. So that's why just now you see the example just now, D can change it to a Ri. K can change it to Y. Okay. So this means that beside interchange same group, you also can change to nearby location. So another one is H. Can become second consonant or fourth consonant. Means that H become KH. You just put the K. Or sometimes KH, you drop the K, you become H only. So this is also another possible example. And also sometimes when the consonant can totally change, as long as the meaning is same, like blood, Ludira is changed to Luhira, right? Where DH is changed to H, okay? Because the meaning is same. Right. Okay, so this one we see just now, law or assimilation. Supta, sleep, okay? From the word supati, change it. P and T become TTH. Now we also see the just now insertion. This is called Swarabati. Arya, we put the I, become Arya, noble person. So this from the attachment, uh, Tarishina. That's why you notice that this is Sanskrit here. This part is Sanskrit. Sanskrit is we call it artificial language because it's nobody can pronounce like this. So difficult to pronounce. Tarishina. So R dot change it to ta. S and N with the insertion I. So it called Tasina. Tasina actually is much more natural language attachment. Or due, put a U, dua. Like due. Due actually, when we look at it, it sounds like Malay word dua, D-U-A, right? There is Sanskrit Samarati, sent to Sumarati. Okay. Sometimes beside insertion, you can make the letter shorter. Like this Sanskrit, Satayana. So YA, change it to I. Okay. Then STY, change it to TTH. So you got Tina. So this contraction. Sometimes you also can change the position like we see just now, where to do with the letter R. So Aralika become Alalika. Careno, Caneru. So R, due to R, I would say most of the time due to R. So can change the place. And also due to H, Jifma, Jimha. So due to H also. Pari Pasati. So Pari Pasati due to R also. And this also another one we see compensation. When you remove the N, you have to compensate. So the I become long I here. Okay. So we see this like in the example like Satar teacher. When you drop the R in the teacher, you need to make the A long. Okay. Sometimes we call it hapology. Drop the neighboring sound because of similarity. Like this one. Vinya Ananta Ayatana. So infinite consciousness. Vijnana is consciousness. Anancha is infinite. Ayatana is base. So base of infinite consciousness. So after that here, when you combine, because you got the na and also nan, three already. So we drop the na. So we combine without the na will become the Vijnanancha Yatana. Okay, you can see here. Na and nan are similar. So na is dropped. Okay. So I think is up to here is enough. So next week we will study one by one. I think it's enough. So anything to ask or anything to say? How about Sister Wong? How you feel so far? Headache.
Actually, I find it very intriguing and in a way interesting. What are all these kind of changes? I cannot
Okay.
remember lah.
Yeah, but as long as we need to know some simple rules, is either you insert something, you delete something, or you make things change, or you try to because of influence of another letter, it changed to something else. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just wondering
Okay.
why has it got to be so complicated, Pali?
Yeah, because you already say Pali is a natural language. You know. Yeah. Pali is a natural language. Pali is actually is a dialect. You know, we call it, but sometimes we say, what is Pali? Pali is dialect. All right. So Pali will change due to the different way of people speaking and due to the localized, we call it localized. Like for example, like Malay word due. Pali due. Come to Malay word become dua. Right? So why don't you ask why do we need to write dua? Pali is due, right? Just now.
Yeah.
Like this one.
Due.
Yeah. Then you can due. Sometimes he Malay become dua. So if you notice that dua and due, they're actually quite same sound, right? So like the Malay word, the king is Raja in Pali, coming from Rajan. In Malay, we call it just Raja, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So for Malay word like Raja Putri, right? Raja Putri is a princess, okay? But in Malay become Puteri. Putri is princess already, without the word Raja. Okay? Putri is just princess in Malay words. So you can see things change from Raja become Raja and become Putri. So I put this in my thesis. Okay. So as long as we know they sometimes there need to be some rules and regulation. Sometimes they might not, but when you study this, if you can just print out, you can see there's lots of changes. Actually, it's very tough. This is really my master part of the exam question also. Do you know that? MA, MA level.
This book, Sayaji?
Yeah, the notes,
Oh,
the notes that you saw, it is the one written by my teacher on the whiteboard, and I type it into computer. This
oh,
is really part of the MA course, you know.
oh, sadhu,
Yeah,
sadhu, sadhu.
yeah, I need a lot of concentration to remember the Pali. All right, so we already go through it. So next week we'll continue with the more assimilation and some Pali and Sanskrit. Because I think for the master in Agachala, I will not continue to MA class. I think you already reached BA is good enough for you also. Okay.
3 years.
MBA is 3 years. Okay. I will not go for master class. Master class, you
Oh,
need to write about 50 pages,
oh dear.
more than that. Okay, let's do the Parliament, which is easier. Okay, Sister Vira, are you prepared to recite the Manasa group?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I will show the screen to other students. So, yeah. Am I share the screen now?
Not yet.
Yeah, okay. So you can turn on your screen. Yeah. I close this one. Okay, you can turn on your video and you can just close your eyes and recite. Which one will you recite?
Tapas.
Okay, tapas, okay. Yeah, okay. So she will recite according to this consonantal ending with manas group.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, you can start now.
Tapas. Nominative singular. Tapo, tapam. Tapa, tapani for plural. Vocative singular. Tapa. Vocative plural. Tapa, tapa, tapani. Accusative. Tapo, tapam. Singular. Plural. Tape, tapani. Instrumental singular. Tapasa is a special form. Tapena, plural. Tapehi, tapebi. Ablative. Tapasa, special form. Tapasma. Tapamha. Tapa, plural. Tapehi, tapebi. Now it's dative. Dative singular. Tapaso. Special form. Then tapasa. Plural. Tapanam. Genitive singular. Tapaso. Tapas, special form. Tapasa. Tapanam. Locative. Tapasi. Special form. Tapasmin. Tapamhi. Tape. Plural. Tapesu.
Okay, Wong, does she recite correctly? Wong?
Yes,
Yes, sorry.
yes, Sayaji.
Okay. Can you recite another one
Kemudian,
beside this? What is another one?
Tamas.
Okay,
Darkness.
okay, tamas is darkness. Okay.
Darkness. Okay, nominative singular. Tamo, tamam. Plural. Tama, tamani. Vocative. Tama, plural. Tama, tamani. Accusative. Tamo, tamam. Plural. tame, tamani, tamani. Instrumental singular, tamasa, special form, tamena. Plural, tamehi, tamebi. Ablative, tamasa, special form, tamasma, tamamha, tama. Plural, tamehi, tamebi. Dative singular, tamaso, special form, tamasa. Plural, tamanam. Genitive, tamaso, special form, tamasa. Plural, tamanam. Locative singular, tamasi, special form, tamasmin, tamamhi, tame. Plural, tamesu.
Okay. Why is it you need to decide the special form first? I'm just curious.
It's so easy to remember.
Oh, it's more easy to remember special form.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
R, O, E.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. So this is the manas group for those who learn. Actually, it's combination of masculine. There are some masculine, there are some neuter form, and then some are special form like manasa, manaso, manasi. So actually three forms. So if we can dictate it, so it will be easier. All right. So after that, we are going for the I think we still have two more not finished yet, right? The homework.
Yeah.
Let me open the file first now. Okay. Which one we are not done yet? Wong?
11.
11. 11 and
11, 12, 13. The last
okay.
three saya change.
Okay. So this one. This is number 10.
This
Okay.
10.
Number 13. Oh yeah, 11. Okay, this is so easy. Yeah.
This is
Okay,
last
so
page.
Wong, Vera, you compare with Sister Wong later. Okay, your notes because I already discussed with her for 2 weeks. Okay. So heat snacks. There are two words for snack. One is ahit. Another one is what? Can you remember? I think sapa, is it? Urasa. Now, this is a consonantal with the A sound. Okay. It will be instrumental, all right? Instrumental. Sapati. Oh, yeah. Sapati is a slides, close slides. The snakes are hit subject, urasa, with by the chest. Do we call it chest? Yeah,
Actually, no.
slides.
But in the
Yeah.
dictionary mentioned
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah, okay. It means that it crawls on the floor. Yeah, of course. The snake is so long. We don't know which part is the chest. All right. Urasa. Slithers. Yeah. So, okay, this is so easy. Okay,
Saiji,
number 2.
I put the English for urasa consonantal nouns instrumental can
Yeah, okay. You put as a English, right? Yeah, consonantal noun.
Consonant
Yeah, it's
nouns.
okay. Yeah. But actually, it's not noun here, no? Yeah, it's a noun, but it is a yes, you can write it's a noun, but actually it's more take place as instrumental. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. You put consonantal noun, instrumental, it's okay. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Now next one, katam tumhe paditena wa ukaya vina. Ratiyam tamasi ida virachata. Right, now consonantal will be this tamasi. Katam is how. Tumhe, subject you all. But patitena, with the lamb, or instrumental, masculine. Wa, adverb indicative. Ukaya. So here is a feminine. How we know it's feminine? Because vina should link with the instrumental. You can see here is a instrumental. So this one should be instrumental, right? Because wa and wa. So this one should be instrumental, this one should be instrumental. But we don't have ya in for the masculine neuter, we don't have ya with the, so it must be feminine here. So in feminine instrumental single, right? Vina, right? So preposition without. So without lamp or without torch. Latiyam, right? So it's a female here. Yam is a locative, yes. In the night, tamasi, in the darkness. Sit here is locative. Ida here, virachata. So tuam, tumhe, and virachata. Second person, plural. So question is how? How do you all move about? So vicharata, move about here. In the dark, in the darkness. Without a lamp or without a torchlight. Okay. Actually, I think these two we can combine. We can combine as a in the dark night.
In the night.
Right? Yeah, because these two are locative, right? So tamasi can describe the night. So you can see in the dark night. Yeah, it's okay. But in this way, it's also can. Doesn't matter. Right. So paditena, deep and kid and da, ena. Vicharata, we and cha and da. Okay. Now the third one. Chora, the thief's subject now. Ratiyam, in the night, right? Gehasa avidure. Gehasa avidure. So now avidure is a locative. So this one should, I don't think it's a dative. It should be genitive here. Alright, nearby of the house. Right. Of course, English we translate nearby to the house. So it should be nearby of the house. Okay. Of the house. So rahasa, in secret, is an instrumental. Salapanta is a long A here because these thieves are